Welcome to Children and Youth Sport Assessment 2 overview. Assessment 2 is an oral assessment presentation. You will be completing a presentation using online tools such as Blackboard, Collaborate and Glogster. The presentation will last 15 minutes and it is 50% of the module grade. Assessment submission dates can be found on the assignment brief. And you will also find instructional videos on how to set up and design Glogster within the assessment folder. So I've done lots of help guides to help you with this assessment. Glogster, your assignment will be administered through the online platform Glogster presentation tool using the following school code. So you need to note down this 8GC7U7 and please watch the instructional video on how to set up your Glogster account. You must use this code. You can't go off and set your own private account because you won't have the same access. We've paid for this educational account for you, which gives you full access to all the tools available on the Glogster, and which also allows you to share that Glogster with us to be able to grade and mark your work. So what is a Glogster? A Glogster is a poster presentation tool where you can embed audio, video and images to bring your presentation to life. So you will be allocated one of the key topics covered within the module. Please see Blackboard for more information on this, so I'll allocate these to you all. The Glogster poster presentation will need to basically cover the following areas. Introduce and explain your topic, examine how it impacts on children and youth sport, and discuss the protocols, procedures and ethical issues linked to the topic and any practical implications as a coach. So my advice to you is breaking this down into key topics for your Glogster. Introduce the topic. An area examines, the impact on your sport. So if I was given growth and maturation, introduce growth and maturation. Explain what growth and maturation is. Embed some theory and references into that. Examine how growth and maturation impacts on children and youth sport. Again, discuss, reference. So you will have some video, piece the camera of you talking about some of these topics. You may want to include video, audio, PowerPoint slides, whatever it is, into your poster presentation tool. And then finally, discuss the protocols and procedures. So what you need to consider, protocols, procedures, and ethical issues linked to this topic. And then also might be practical implications as a coach, what you need to consider when you're actually working as a coach in the field in terms of growth and maturation. How do we deal with that? Is it through puberty, adolescence? Is it smaller children? How you break that down is up to you. So obviously, this breakdown is very much dependent on the topic you're given, but there's some key areas which is relevant across the board. The introduction, including theory, how it impacts, and then the practical application side of it. So the topics that you may be given, here's the list. I'm not going to read them all out, but you will be allocated one of these. And you will find your allocation within the Blackboard folder. The learning outcomes being assessed are the following. Describe and compare different theories of how children and young people develop. Investigate the stages of growth and maturation and their effect on sport and physical activity in children and adolescents. Demonstrate understanding of how protocols, procedures and ethical issues surrounding engagement of young athletes are applied in sports coaching and performance. Demonstrate and understand the principles of physical literacy, positive coaching practice and their impact on the developing the whole child. Identifying the role of sports development and coaching plays in long-term athlete development and talent identification. So you can see there's some of the key things we're looking for within this assessment. Here is your marking criteria. So you can include an introduction and explanation of the topic. Presentation, so you're going to get marks on your ability to present the information content. So topics, impacts on children in sport, procedures and practical implications. The inclusion of theoretical underpinning and references, you need to make sure you can include that. The design and interactive nature, so there's a nice chunk of marks for your ability to put together a good presentation. So if you just present something that's just purely text-based, then that design and interactive nature is very basic. So I'm looking for it to be interactive, to have video content, to have you talking. I don't want you just stealing stuff off YouTube and putting other people's work up there. I want you to produce your own videos. I want you to do your own talking to camera about your topic, or interviewing people, or showing a practical application of a certain practice or something that relates to your topic. Then you've got obviously some marks for conclusion, presentation and referencing. Obviously, this was just an overview of your assessment 2. You will find, as I said, lots more help videos within this assessment folder on how to set up a glog, example glogs of other students produced, and the sort of standard I'm looking for in the information that you're presenting. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you do have any queries and questions on this assessment, then please obviously contact me.